I've got a bag. It's got some games. Now let's get to installing. What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Haywood here for Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC, welcoming you to yet another episode of Good Times with Retro Rich. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's time to get into action with installing some games on the Polymega. So let's just jump right to it and get this show on the road. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 games? About 20 games to install on this bad boy. So that way I can get them all installed and then get them back over to Studio B where they belong. So before we head on off to that, though, we got some people in saying hello. Oh, what's up, man? It's fun for 5? Well, hey, sort of. It's fun for install. Let's go. All right. Well, anyway, welcome on to everybody that is watching today. And let's put myself in a box. Let's go. All right, here we are in the box, ready to install some games. Get this banner out of my way, I guess. There we go. I'm more, you can see me more. That's good. All right. So we're going to start on the NES side of things because that's the module that's in play. And although this is really cracked, like the case is like super, super cracked. A lot of these games came from miscellaneous things that I bought online. It was like, you know, buy a lot because I'm looking for one game that was in the lot. I got it. There we go. You know, buy, you know, some auctions that were from that guy from Canada. They actually do a lot this year with it. So these are actually, some of these are years old. But I just never got around to installing them. So that kind of thing. And some of them, like I said, they're a little damaged, a little dusty, a little musty, that kind of thing. We might have to clean some in order to get them to work or put them on the list for the restoration list. But anyway, we're going to start off with this really kind of cracked copy here of 720. And we'll see what happens. 720 is a cool game. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll read. Maybe it won't read. It does not look good. That one looks not amazing at all. Social Gamer says the whole system is beautiful. It's been forever since I've seen any information on restocks. Yeah, they've been pretty silent, Social Gamer. Very, very silent. And actually, it is interesting to hear that they did announce the next two collections. That's collection 17 and 18. They just did post another, just yesterday, I think they posted another availability. It's like, hey, it's available. You can pre-order it and that kind of thing. But they haven't shipped yet. It's been about a month, I think, or at least 2 weeks since I made the announcement on a newsline about the existence of these collections. Usually they ship already. So I don't know if they're waiting for something else. There's something got in the way. They're waiting for another announcement. Not exactly sure. So we're going to try the age-old one of that there and see if we can get that cooking. Oh. What do you know? Works. That's pretty funny. So we're going to go in and manage, add to collection, install. Yes. It's going to, where do you want it? I want it on the external storage. We got a 2 terabyte in this thing, so that's where it's going. And then you want to show in collection, and there's 720. And on install and test, you know how the drill goes. We always launch the game to make sure it does play. We take a look here at the stuff here. Oh, I forgot that 720 was an Atari game. That's cool. Yeah. All right, cool. So I mean, we're always going to be able to do fun for 5s and all that stuff later, but on play and test, we just want to make sure it runs. So I've sent multiple messages on X to Polymega at least 4 times and never reply back. You're the second person I follow to show and talk about the system. I'd really love one. Yeah, man, they're super cool. I mean, I can't say enough good things about the Polymega itself. And yeah, I feel you on that. I really wish that Play Magi had more of an online presence, social media manager, somebody that would just kind of like say, "Hey, we hear you. We're not like gone. You know, like we're not ignoring you. We're just really busy, like that kind of thing." Even if literally that's all they said, I know it might not be enough for some, but at least for me, it'd be like, oh well, at least you guys exist. So yeah, it is unfortunate though. Sweet. I forgot how cool this one was. Do 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 do. Oh, so you know what? The controls on this actually kind of like they kind of oh do 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 do. All right. So we know it works. Good. Good to go. Good to go. So that's 720. Yeah, anything would be enough. Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. You know, the thing with me and them though is like when they go silent like this for a really long time, even on stuff that is, you know, like where there's orders and stuff going on, it could just be that they're prepping the announcement of like the launch of something else. Because I've had the EM06 is the Atari 2600 7800 module on pre-order for since they announced it, the day they announced it. And apparently it's supposed to ship this like end of this quarter two, or beginning of quarter two, which again we're right around the corner from both the end of quarter one and the beginning of quarter two. So who knows? Maybe they're like, oh, by the way, here are your collections, they're shipping, and also keep your eye out because you're going to get the shipment notification for your EM06, and then we can finally talk about Polymega Remix and the app and everybody that had their orders for new modules and all that kind of stuff. I mean, again, it's such a cool thing, and I really wish they would get a good partner for production, but I know how hard it is out there too. So, all right, next game. We got NES Action Football. Never played this one. We'll see what happens. See if we can just pop it in and have it work. It looks like that is the case. We're gonna go back. There we go. Manage. Okay. Oh, did I already? Oh, I already have it. I already have it installed. So I must have a secondary copy of it. NES Play Action Football. There it is. All right, cool. So I do have another copy of this game. Very neat. So we'll move on to the next one, which is Stealth ATF. It's kind of cool. It's from Blockbuster on Peoria Avenue. Is Peoria Avenue in like California or something like that? I don't know. It's kind of fun to have a Blockbuster game though. It's funny. All right, put that in there. Just I have to think of like how far back do you have to go to get one to get the Blockbuster where they were still around, and then two to get the Blockbuster where they're actually like renting out video games, NES video games. At that, that's pretty crazy. Ooh, game media. It does say manage. It resolve using database. This is called Stealth. Can I go? Oh, I can R1. No, it won't let me go that far. Let's see if it'll do this. It says, I'm pretty sure they're working on many other projects, like their cool branded game releases, so I understand. Just to say, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. I'm totally with you. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find it in the database. If not, I'll just manually enter the name of the game here. We're looking for Stealth ATF currently. And this is actually the database where you can see all of the games, which is cool. So like this is everything that it knows what it is, and this game should be like on the list, right? That's what I would imagine. It also could be that it's not reading properly, so I have to clean it a little. Street Stealth ATF, yeah, there it is. Manage, country collection, install, yeah. So collection. Oh. Where is it? There it is. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, good played. Ah, Imagineering. These are the same guys that did what should we call it? These are the same guys that did Home Alone 2. The Imagineering guys. I was just watching what's his face? I was just watching Arcus yesterday on the Big 20. This is one of the games. Well, not this one. No way. This is directed and programmed by Gary and Dan Kitchen. These are the Activision guys. Huh. Interesting. Do I have any of the other modules? I do. Actually, you're going to see me use every single one of the ones that I own today if you're hanging out. I've got obviously the NES module. That's what we're doing here. I got the SNES module sitting right next to me with my SNES games. The Genesis module with like 4 or 5 games that I'm going to install. And then the Ultra module, which is the N64 module. And I've got 3 games for that. This will be the first time I use the N64 module today. So when you buy the base unit, it does have the CD-ROM unit in it. Yeah. So the base unit itself is just all CD-ROM with a blank plate, which looks like this. Just a blank plate like this that goes over. It's like a dust cover for the module space, and that's what you get when you get the base unit. Yeah, man. So yeah, if you want to hang out, that'd be awesome. I'm gonna go through. I just want to make sure that like when I install things, I want to make sure that they work. So it'll take a little bit. I mean, obviously this one's working, so. Is this a simulator? I mean, I guess it's got to be a simulator, right? Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, this is totally a simulator. Uh-oh. Max altitude. Gotta dive a little. Oh, sweet, I hit him. Well, that's kind of cool. All right, nice. So we know that... Oh, wait, I don't want to create a save state. I want to exit. So we know that Stealth ATF functions. That's good. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, music's not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right. And then the fact that this game, like, it just came out of nowhere. It was part of like one of those bundles, like I said, that I bought. That that it actually has, this is programmed by Dan Kitchen of Activision fame, and his brother is awesome. It's very, very cool. All right, so next up we got Black Bass. Oh, this one has a Hollywood. This one has a Hollywood video sticker on it. That's so funny. All right, put that in there. That went in a little weird. It did read though. There we go. Black Bass, add to collection. Yes. There it is. The Black Bass. Play. Start new game. By Hot B. Sure. I am a beginner. Oh, the fish goes away. But I want the fish to get. I wonder if I can just do this. Reel it in. Yeah, Hollywood video, good time, yeah. All right, cool. Something to learn. I thought that was going to be a little more complicated, but I was able to get in there. All right. That's Black Bass. That works. It's installed. All right. Last one of the NESs before we move on to, I guess we'll go to SNES because that's the next biggest thing. This one I got from eBay because of the Evercade. And it's because of the Activision collection on the Evercade. And that's Space Shuttle for the NES. This also, I think, this is Absolute Entertainment, but I want to say that some of the Activision guys got involved in this one too. So let's see. Let's see if the Polymega sees what it is. Sure does. Space Shuttle Project. Yes. Internal storage, showing collection. Blammo. Let's start it up. Nice. Name yours. Wait, what? Oh, is that like... No way. Do you need the manual in order to play the game? Did they put like some kind of copy protection in it? That's hilarious. So if you didn't have this, which is the Commander's Handbook, this is the instruction manual for the game. If you just had the thing, you wouldn't even be able to play. Let me see. Office of the Director. Okay. Control panel. Security check. Intelligence. Clear your code. Mission register. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about you needing it. Give your name. It doesn't make any sense. We'll have to figure out how to play this later. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So Polymega connected to the internet in order to grab the game's information and cover art. I think it's actually built into the firmware, the database is built into the firmware of the device itself. And then as they get new updates and new firmware updates, I think they put that information in there. Most of these images are probably really, really small. So even though you might think it would be a ton of data needed, it might not be as much as you think as far as having to hold all that information. But yes, it does have an internet connection though. So, but I don't think it pulls the information live via the internet. I think it actually has it embedded in the memory. It's already there, the database itself. So that way, when you don't have a match, it'll show up like what is the other game that I had? I have a game that isn't in. It works, but it's not in the database. I forget what system it's for though. I thought it was NES, but no. These are all my installed games, and they all work. So, all right. So that's cool. So Space Shuttle works. I just have to figure out how to play it. All right. So that's that. And that is the end of the NES games. So put that back on there. Well, actually, I'm going to keep this one out because if I play Space Shuttle, I'm going to be here playing Space Shuttle. So I'll have to keep that over here. Over here. As I look out at the window, I'm looking to see if it's going to be a snowy day, which it probably will be. I live on the East Coast. We're in the eye of that blizzard. All right, cool. So now it's time to pop out the module. Oh, I'm knocking things over. All right, so out pops a module. This is the NES module we just popped out. It's got EMO1 right there. And we're going to go for the new module, which is this one right here. This is EM02, which is the Super Famicom NES module. Oh, you're in the center of the storm in Rhode Island? Already have a parking ban? Yeah, parking ban over here starts in a half hour in my neighborhood. Oh, my across the street neighbor still has his van out there. He's gonna get towed. They already had the borough's finest out and about, giving the warning. So yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. But yeah, this storm's gonna be pretty crazy. So hope you guys are all bundled up where you guys are. Yeah, we're looking at, I think in our area that they're talking to like 18 to 24. That's gonna be insane amounts of snow. Absolutely insane. So all right, cool. So this one, so we're traveling around all of the video rental stores apparently. This one is called Video Update. I don't know what I've never seen this place before, but it's the tag. It says Video Update. It's NHL 96, by the way. So we're gonna put in NHL 96, see if it reads. It does. We're gonna manage. I can install by region. So this is a dual region game. So the same game, both chips were on the board for this game, and you can install via which region you want. We're going to choose North America because that's the version I have in my hand. Oh, and I've already installed it because I already own a copy. So we already know. We already know that it's there. So there it is. There's my copy of NHL 96. I can skip NHL Madden 97 too because I already installed that as well. So this will be a shorter pile. Plenty of games to play in a stacked fridge. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of why I'm doing this. I wonder if did I do the college game? I did not. All right, cool. So NHL 96 goes back in the bag. Bill Walsh, college football, though, is not on the list. So we're going to pop this one in and see if this one wants to install. Ooh, Mystic Quest. That's a great game. Add to collection and install. Show in collection. Bang. Let's play some Bill Walsh college football. It's in the game. Oh, those are supposed to be people. That's funny. Are they just going to have the controllers? I'll play as Bama. Miami was probably best back then. Oh, never mind. I'll receive. All right. Sure. That's cool. Snap plays. All right. This works. We've got some college football now. Cool. Let's try again with the next one. Okay, so let's back this up. Let's see what we got here. Troy Aikman, we already did. Madden 97, we already did. John Madden, just John Madden, we already did. And Super WrestleMania, we did. Okay, cool. So these four, we don't have to do because they're already on there. I must have just brought them back from the office. They were part of a pile, and I was like, I think I did these, but I wasn't sure. So now let's try some Famicom, shall we? See if I actually have any in the Super Famicom. Do I have any? I do, but they're not those. So, what's going on there, Hurt? What's up, man? Welcome on in. We're installing some games on the Polymega and then playing them. So we're going to try this one, see if it fits in the module, because the module does state Super Famicom and SNES, so you don't have to use a module in order to get it. The NES module, you can put Famicom games, but you have to have the adapter. And I forgot mine, which is unfortunate because I have Famicom games sitting right here that I want to install, but I need the adapter to play around with that. I got a copy of Double Dragon 2 also down in the office, so I need to do that. I do have this though, Dragon Ball Z for the Super Famicom. We're gonna see if that works. Sure does. Fits right in there. Sees it as game media. Let's see if I can resolve using the database. It's just Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. So let's see if I can choose what it is. Dragon Ball. Nope, Disney. Oh, wait. Dragon Ball. I think that's it. Is it that one? It sure looks like that one. That's what it looks like to me. There's a whole bunch of Dragon Ball Z's, though. There's like a bunch of them. I don't know what. No. Yep, this one. It's definitely this one. It's definitely this one. So let's see. Let's see what's going on. All right, manage, add to collection, install. That's not a thing. It seems wrong. Yeah, it's like 44 bytes or something like that. That doesn't. Something went wrong there when it read it. Let's try it again. All right, so we go to manage, add to collection, install. Oh, see? This one, can I manage this one? Why manage? Delete installation data. This one looks like, yeah. There it is. Yeah, very cool, yes. Whoa. Whoa. He's powered up. I don't know what that means. I don't think he won. Dun dun dun. I lost. Did they continue? I don't know how you power up though. No worries.
Daddy, where did you put your where did you put the umbrella?
Right by the door. You gotta take him out. You gotta take Valentina out.
Where are you playing?
This Dragon Ball Z game. If you're letting Valentina out, you should go. All right. So we got that one done. That's cool. All right. Nice times. Dropping things, causing all sorts of havoc. All right. So anyway, Dragon Ball Z, good stuff. Rich, does the Polymega allow IPS patches? It does. It absolutely does. I just need to learn how to do them. But yes, we can get IPS patches and then get the translations, right? So I'm imagining it would be absolutely necessary for my next title, which is Fire Emblem. So that's that. So let's put Fire Emblem in here, and then that sounds like an unhappy little man. So let me get the door too real quick. Little man's wanting to do something that is not go out with the puppy, I think. So, all right. So it doesn't look like it read that one. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh yeah, this is the one that came from that other that other auction site that I was using. There we go. Nice. Oh, it just says game media. It should know what this is. It should know what this is. It's Fire Emblem. There it is. Manage. Add to collection. Yes. Showing collection. All right. So yeah, so this one, I mean, it would be a for real candidate for a patch, because obviously I'm not going to be able to read anything or understand anything when I play it. But yeah, time for alcohol and a Q-tip. Absolutely, absolutely. As long as it launches, though, we're good. Because once it's in the database and once it's in and installed, that's it. Nintendo presents. Dun, 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 dun. Very cool. This is also part of the reason why I wanted the Polymega so bad, is because it's just that easy. You put the game in and you're starting to play, and you can do the patching and all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping that this is... Oh, look at that. Oh, that's very cool. Can you add Game Genie codes as well? Absolutely. Hey, hit the button right here. And then you can go into, is it console? No. Settings? No. One of these. There is a oh, that's right. I think it's when you go to launch. You go to play. Yeah, see, select cheat codes that apply to a game. And you can add Game Genie or Pro Action replay codes to the game. It's kind of neat. So, anyway, Fire Emblem works. And that means we can move on to our next phase, which is actually a whole new system. So we can go back and put the SNES module back away, which is cool. And then we're going to slide this module out. So no more SNES module. And we'll move on to the next module. Which is the Genesis module. Which we've got some cool games, some of which may or may not already be installed. Not too sure, but I have like 4 or something. So we've got the EMO3, which is your Mega Drive, Genesis, and 32X module, which has your 9-pin connector for your original hardware controllers, in case you have those. I've been using just the universal controller. So there's that. All right. So let's try Madden 95. Did that go in? Yeah, we're gonna try that again. one's a little tight. There we go. Madden 95. We're going to do we're going to just show this another one that was same game, different regions. So you can choose the region. I'm going to go ahead and choose the American region because that's the version of the game I have. And add to collection, install. Showing collection. And there's Madden 95. And let's start a new game. Yeah, it's weird because they have to have that one. You got to have the like the right time to get your pre-order in, but you also have to make sure that Polymega actually has the ability to put to put the devices out because it takes them forever to do stuff. So that's weird. It's got the NFL sound. It's like, isn't that the Fox sound? Huh. Yeah, eBay prices on a Polymega are absolutely crazy. All right, so let's do. I'll be the Bills. Is that supposed to be? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yay, heads. I want. Oops. Why am I always on defense? It is a Fox Sports. That's funny. Short kick. Yeah, they must have used the same engine for that college game that we were just playing. Oh, absolutely. Incomplete. All right, so this one's working. We like it. Whoops, hello. All right. So that's that one. So now we're going to go to the next one. Oh, all right, so Madden 95 is in, like Flynn. So we're going to keep on the Madden train and go right to Madden 96. And Madden 96, actually, it's going to have different music, I think, on this one. I don't know why the space is so wide for the Genesis games. Because I don't think there was ever like a really, really wide game. Maybe 32X. Maybe it's because of the 32X cartridges. But it's really hard to put them in the right way. So we're going to go North America again. 2 megs. There we go. Showing collection. Madden 96. Play. Let's go. It's in the game. Reggie Brooks, Madden Bowl champion. Okay. Oops. What's going on, Ratchet? Welcome on in. We're doing some installing tests on the Polymega. This is Madden 96 currently. Looking like we're in good. We're letting the computer play by itself also, apparently. Wow. That guy's that guy got his helmet taken off. That's funny. All right. This one's clearly working. All right. So Madden 96 is good to go. So then we're going to go one more sports title. And then a game that I've been very happy to have for a little bit in the collection. Used to have it when I was originally collecting, but you might want to give it a big test, as my Polymega has problems now. Oh no, what happened? What's up with yours? Well, it says just game media. It'll definitely know this men. NHL. There's no way. There it is. Going North America. We'll try some NHL 97. I think it has a memory. Maybe last update done some. Oh no, that's not good. Memory leak. Yeah, that's not a good time. Does it occur after you play for a little while? You know, like if you're playing a single game for a really long time, is that how it occurs? That's Scott Orr guy. He's everywhere. Oh, no way. What's going on, Jerome? Yeah. USA Gold. Yeah, that did happen. It's pretty crazy, right? After 2 hours, no matter what game I play, the system slows down and bottlenecks. Yep, that 100% sounds like a memory leak to me. 100%. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I hope that does not happen to any owners ever. And if it does, that they fix that in a patch or something. All right, so that's NHL 97. And the last Genesis game we have is Sonic Spinball. Love this game. It's a fun time. Very, very fun time. Oh, it's just because the EA games are shorter. That's why it was harder to put them in. The Genesis games, like the regular Genesis games, are fine. That shows up as game media. So no, that's one of these guys. There's Sonic Spinball. Think it might be happening to the Sprint as well. Oh, like a memory leak thing? That'd be weird. All right, let's play some Sonic Spinball. And this happened before with some users that says it's being addressed recently in updates, but it's still happening. Yeah. I found if I play any game long enough, it seems to degrade. Oh, on the Sprint, you mean? That's not cool. Man, this game looks great. I also love it. Nice. Oh no. Oh! I fell in. Currently doing your recordings of it? Yeah. No, I want to go up the other way. Yes. That's what I want. Get the emerald. Sewer time. Oh no. Will do. Will do. For sure. Alright. Well, this one also clearly works, which is great. That's exactly what we want. And we also want Sonic Spinball on the Polymega at all times, because it's such a good game. Alright. So let's put these away. So we're almost through the bag. Which is good. So this was the NES module that we started with. So we can take this one out, I think, because we're done with all of the other games. Yes. We're done with all the other games for now. So now, for the first time, is Evercade announcing a new gray cart collection lineup. I think actually what they're doing is they're allowing Castlevania games to offer a bundle very similar to the ones that they offered before, with like a tchotchke or something like that. Because the way that Castlevania put in their advertisement, it's cart 50, cart 51, and then something else. The red X, I think they just grayed out the cartridge because it's like there's going to be something, but it's not a cartridge. I think that's what they're trying to imply. It's like a bonus item of some sort when you pre-order specifically with Castlevania games. I mean, obviously I could be wrong, but I think that's where we're going with that one. So, all right, so that's what we got here. We have that stacked up there. Although, I mean, if they were allowing Castlevania to announce a new cart type, that would be crazy. I'd be here for it. Don't get me wrong, because the more the merrier. But that would be crazy. All right. So last module up, so we can get through a whole bunch of stuff, is module EMO5. We skipped the one for the TurboGrafx because I have a TurboGrafx with a Mega card in it, so I don't need a TurboGrafx module since I have a real piece of hardware with all the games on it. But even though I do have an N64, I don't have. I would like the chance to do N64 via the Polymega. So here we go. Locking in the Ultra module. And we'll start with this fine copy of NHL Live 99. Still waiting to load, actually. The N64 module. I don't know why it's taking so long. Did I put it in all the way? I think so. It's getting really cold outside, and it's all gray on the side. No cars in the street. It's great. Yeah. It's getting. I mean, it's chilly here, and it is officially sticking on every surface now, except for the tarmac. It's not on the roads or the sidewalks just yet, but everything else is getting covered in a dusting. Currently, is where we're at. So because I know, I mean, as the more we go, it's gonna get crazy. So, let me just see here. Let me see if I can reset the. All right. Do I have to do anything the first time I put a module in? What if I just put the game in? Well, that's interesting. Let me go into settings. No. Huh. Well, that's not amazing. I wonder if it's also the game. Let's see. So you can take this out. I'll try this one. It doesn't seem to be seeing the module. I wonder, because sometimes they put it on the website too. That's the other thing about, like, when you're troubleshooting on Polymega, sometimes there's not a lot of like things. Module Ultra. Pre-order estimated restock Q1 2026. So we can't even order them right now. Yeah. Quick start guide. Let's see. Let's see if we have to do anything in order to get the Polymega to recognize it. Can I zoom in here? Let me get a zoomy. It's so small. Online says it's a system auto recognizes a new module. Yeah. It's been months of me checking in to see it can. Yeah. All right. Maybe I need to restart with it in it. Let's do a restart. You never know. Could just bounce it and then just be like, oh, you put something in here. You are supposed to be able to hot swap the modules. So that shouldn't be a thing. And I got the Ultra module by pre-ordering it initially. Like as soon as they put out the module, I pre-ordered it. And I do have the current. Well, I don't know. I should check to see if there's another firmware update. But I think I'm on the current firmware. So I shouldn't have any issues with that. Yeah, you can see the module lights blinking in the background. So let's see. Let's see if there's an update. Probably not, but yeah. Got 1.1.37, so we're good there. So the only other thing I can think of is that it cannot see the module because maybe the module pins. That's huh. Yeah, it's just not seeing it. Well, that's a bummer. This is the first time I'm actually using it. Let's just see. Let's put the NES module back in. Real quick. Just to see if it snaps in. If it snaps in place and reads, then we know it's the module. Yep. Yeah. Sees it right away. And then if I were to go back in, we go back to oh no, it froze. Well, I don't like that either. Yeah, that froze. Let's give you a restart. We don't want that. Send back to the bag of lays and it can't. Yeah, nice. That's cool. Yes, and oh no, indeed. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yes, uh-oh is right, iHeart. It's 100% uh-oh. All right, so we're back in business. Yeah, we're back in business. It had the weird thing where it glitched sometimes when it loads. So then we've got the module. It says it's reading the module. I'm not gonna mess around with the Ultra module again because I think I need to reach out to support. Hopefully get somebody and be like, hey, what's up with my module? But I buried all the NES games except for this one over here. Yeah, let me grab this one again. And then put it in just to see if it recognizes it. All right, cool. So that worked. So it recognizes the NES module again. And it is seeing the NES games. And yeah, that's weird. It's the first time I ever used it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we do have the stream as evidence of the problem, 100%. I can just send him a link and be like, look, this is exactly what happened. This is my troubleshooting steps. What's the new module for? The new module I put in there was the EM05. It's the Ultra module for the Nintendo 64. And I just hadn't put it in since the purchase, because I was waiting to do like an install and test on all the N64 games that I have up in my. I've got like a drawer full of like, I don't know, 8 or 9 games. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are, like classic games, and there's a whole bunch of sports titles and that kind of thing. But I just picked up, like a, eBay auction, whatever, and had NBA Live 99, which I have another copy of in front of me, and NHL Breakaway 98. And I was like, all right, well, I'll test those because we're installing sports games today. And I was like, oh, sure, I'll just throw them on there too. And at least I know, like, oh, hey, this is the process, and we're using the module, everything like that. We plug in the module, it doesn't even see that the module's connected. So that means that this module is probably a dead Rooney, which is not good. I don't want that. But the NES module will put right back on, and it works just fine. So, so at least we know it wasn't the Polymega itself. For like, it's not something wrong with like the pins on the module reader. So try some alcohol on the pins. That's actually not a bad idea, I heard. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty clean. But you never know. Yeah, I think I might actually try the 1-up card. I don't know if I have one here. I know I've got one in the office, so maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, I'm not going to be in the office tomorrow because we're going to be snowed in. But yeah. So here, let me put myself back up in the box because at least we're done with that for right now. Fade. Yeah. So yeah, no, absolutely good idea, 100%. So what that's what I think I'll do is I'll go back to the office, grab my 1-up card, hit the contacts with a little isopropyl, and maybe we'll be back tomorrow with some more testing. So what I'll do is I'll hit the contacts so I can dry. Well, actually, maybe not tomorrow because I don't have. Well, maybe there's a 1-up card. Maybe there's a 1-up card downstairs. I might have a 1-up card downstairs. If I do, then I'll hit the contacts with that. And then we'll test it out. Hey man, hey Ratchet, what's going on? Yeah, we'll definitely keep you posted. I'll just do another live stream, and I'll say, hey, look, it's time to test the N64 module, but I'll have other things to do. So in case the N64 module doesn't work, because it's not like a dead stream, we'll play something else or do something else or whatever. So, do you think there can be an Evercade next gen? Yeah, absolutely. I think that even more now that the announcement of the Funstock USA website got announced. As soon as you're opening a new arm in a new country for your main distribution hub for your console and ecosystem that is now it's going to be 6 years old in June. Yeah, you're looking at something else. You're looking at another piece of hardware that's going to play more to expand the availability of this ecosystem. There's no way they're not considering it. Now, does it come out in 2026? I don't think so. I think it comes out in 2027, 28 maybe. But they're setting up a whole distribution arm for the United States and the North American territories because of the conditions of all that kind of stuff. So yeah, absolutely. I think that's going to be a thing. Can I be honest about the N64? Of course. Yeah. I mean, I've heard some things about the N64 module as well, but absolutely. I mean, it's I'm not a unless you're about to drop some like F-bombs. I just won't show the comment. That's all. Because we try to keep it family friendly. Keeping it family friendly here. But yeah. I mean, anything you want to say about the N64 module, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm kind of upset right now at the N64 module because I really want it to work, and it doesn't. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah. So we'll be back and testing that. And then I'll be back too. I've got off tomorrow, which is great. Hopefully we'll have power. That's the only thing I'm worried about, because the blizzard stuff, when you get a whole bunch of snow and then a whole bunch of drop in temperatures, and it's going to be super windy all day tomorrow, I'm a little frightened. About the snow. So there's some reviews about it that it's not accurate. Yeah, I've read those. I've seen some videos too about people like trying to compare it to compare it to like other emulation. There was somebody that has a Polymega and it has the analog thing, the FPGA N64 console, put them toe to toe, and the analog was more accurate and like that kind of stuff. Some people, I did see a video that in order to get N64 really, really good, I want to say was it Mad Little Pixel that did it, or RGT85? One of the two of them has a Polymega, and opened it and did the processor swap out, which obviously is not recommended. But I have the Acumen. I could do it, but they did the processor swap out, and that was like, they said that was the only way to get the emulation up to snuff, was to actually physically swap out the processor. But by doing that, you change the threading allocation on the board. So everything else that the system is designed to do, there's some functions that like will mess up your Polymega because you're just trying to get it to like be better. But all of the updates are obviously for base unit, like same processor. So some of the updates are messing with the people that did the processor upgrade. Raspberry Pi would be better. Oh wow, yeah. That's pretty wild. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I just want to see what it is. Like, I have the thing. It's already mine. I own it. So I want to see how it does. And if it's not great, then okay, well, it's fine. Every time I play it, the audio goes out of sync. Yeah, they were trying to work on a patch for that. That was one of the first patches I think they tried to do, but apparently even after the patch, it didn't work so well. So, yeah, it's a bummer. But even more for a bummer for me is the fact that it's just straight up not working. So, anyway, let me get this all cleaned up and ready to rock here. Because we're about to head out of here. Well, not head out, like literally move out of here. But I got to go back into the living room because we're going to do a little movie night because it's going to be snowy and all that kind of stuff. Me and the fam are working our way through the MCU. We're at Iron Man 3. So we're gonna watch that with the kiddos. Get some pizza, homemade pizza. Tasty times. Yeah, Mod Retro 64 is going on pre-order soon. That's cool. Who had that project? I can't remember who did. Oh, it's Mod Retro. Duh. It's the Chromatic guys, right? The guy that made the Game Boy thing. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, maybe I would consider one because I just want like an HDMI N64. So if they have a better product, then I might retire the module and then do that. But I have a Polymega and I've got the module, so I'd rather like use the module. You know what I mean? So anyway, so yeah, let's head on out. But before we do, we got to do one thing only, and that's thank every single member of, you guessed it, the Good Times Club. So let's do that right now. Let's thank MT Pixel Gaming, Crimson Cross, George Games, Chris Westerman, Phantom Fiction, Lidar Gem, Papa Pete, the Intellivision Gamer, Ken LaCure, Mr. Shua, John Willig, Gunzy20, Herb Wars, DF, Joe Whitlash, David Valdez, Dan Nastic, Dr. Mark Mad Scientist, and that Retro Creep guy, the Atari Creep. Thank you guys all so much for being members for being awesome, for being you guys. If you want to be a member, hey, there's a join button. You can hit the button, go on in, get some exclusive videos, behind the scene content, all sorts of cool stuff that we do. We do a monthly episode that's always there. It's the Good Times Club meeting where we talk about all the cool things that are happening on the channel and give you guys a kind of like bird's eye view of the director's seat. You guys can say, hey, you know what? I'd really wish you could do videos on this. And then, yeah, if a GTC member asks for it, your wish is my command. Anyway, if not, that's okay. Leave likes, leave dislikes, leave comments for sure down in below in the description or in the comments area there. I try to read, well, I do read everything that comes out. I try to respond to everything that you guys put out there. And yeah, don't forget to hit the subscription button too. That red one, that's free. You're gonna hit that one and the bell for notifications, and then you'll know when we have streams. That'd be great. Thank you again to iHeart Retro, to Ratchet, to the Social Gamer, and to Jerome, and to anyone else that might have been here. Where's that other guy? There's another guy here somewhere. Well, thank you, whoever you were, for hanging in and chatting with us. And until next time, we will catch you next time for some good times. I'm Rich. We will see you later. Take it easy, guys.
RTFC.baconicecream.com